formation. Here we go.
Okay, here we go. Game's loading. Let's go.
Let's go, folks. I mean, like, this probably will be the last match for the night, I think. But we're not 100% sure yet. Because as I was saying, we might be seeing a tiebreaker later on tonight. If that is
we could very well see a tiebreaker.
We'll let you know.
Okay, lineups up. Let's take a look. Oh boy. Okay, so VORs, they've brought themselves a tromp. They brought themselves a tromp.
That's actually a funny thing when you see the Trump in action. I know the Trump is actually a very deadly warship, and I know that
it can be quite strong, yeah. And I mean, obviously they're trying to bring it because of the airstrike is probably the main reason, plus those hard-hitting guns. But taking a look at the rest of the lineup, Ohio, St. Vinny, double Des Moines, Marseille, Harugumo, Z42, Yu Yang, and obviously, as we just mentioned, the Trump. It's quite a lineup to be considering, especially when I think we're going to be looking at a Smoke Harugumo plus Des Moines.
It's interesting.
That's going to be scary.
It's actually interesting to see how, like, BMHSF has actually done a little bit of change, a slight change. It's got the Kremlin and comparable Des Moines, Salem, Napoli, Sherman, Z42, Kleber, Yu Yang. Now, I'm a bit puzzled about the Trump. How it's going to be played. Because,
I mean, we'll just have to see where he's going to position, but I think he's trying to go play sort of central.
Yeah.
And the idea behind the Trump playing central is he's going to try and be nailing whatever's sitting behind those islands in Bravo, right?
All right.
That's one of the main reasons you bring the Trump. Make sure nothing stays behind islands.
Yeah.
I reckon the Trump's going to head over towards the
Bravo
Charlie.
Oh, Charlie, eh? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think so. He doesn't look like he's heading that way. He's heading straight for that island located here in E4, E5. And I think he's just going to park himself directly behind it. If not, he's going to go park himself directly behind the island here in Bravo. And he's just going to sit there and he's just going to be airstriking people, try and nail them out. Now, on the other hand, we've got BMHSF, which are bringing the Forrest Sherman once again, right?
Out of curiosity's sake, the top range of the Trump is only one set, isn't it?
It's one set on each side. So there's only 3 torps you can launch each side, which is not great. But at the end of the day, that's not the reason you're bringing the Trump. The guns are decent, like they're big guns, they're 150 millimeters. Okay, so we've got one thing I must clarify. I thought it might have been a Harugumo smoke. No, we've actually got a Forrest Sherman smoke. Sorry, I was actually looking at the opposite team. Forrest Sherman is actually smoking up here with the Salem. And we can see on the receiving end, we've got Yu Yang smoking up the Des Moines.
Yes.
This is going to be really interesting to see how this turns out. So Z42 has tucked himself nice and neatly in behind that Bravo Island. He's going to be looking right. He's going to be looking safe. Both those Z42s, they're not really going to do much. Kleber from BMHSF have gone ahead quickly. They've taken the Alpha Cap. And he's launched some torps, hopefully to say catch that Des Moines as a surprise.
Yes.
Now, Charlie Cap, we have a fairly even distribution of both ships. We've got St. Vinny and Kremlin coming this way, Des Moines on each side coming this way, and then we've got Yu Yang and Harugumo, so that'll be interesting to see. Although, though, this Des Moines has been caught out in the center here. He's actually managed to eat a fair bit of damage from that Des Moines, so not ideal. And here we go, here's the first of the airstrikes. This is what the Trump's all about.
Ooh. Nice airstrike.
First drop obviously completely missed the Z42, but I don't think it was actually aimed to hit him. It was just more aimed to push him back. That second salvo, though, that took half his health.
Oh,
Oof.
man.
And now when he pushes out, the Trumps can shoot him. It's honestly, what a fantastic little strat there by utilizing the Trump.
That's actually a good way to do it.
However, though, that Trump, though, getting spotted, he's getting absolutely hammered by this Kleber and Forrest Sherman, plus that Z42. So, whilst that was good as an initial little strat, how well is it working out for them overall? So, Trump is still around. That Z42, is he going to dodge this? Kind of. He does take a fire, though, but the Harugumo seeing that smoke screen, I think that's going to be the demise of this Z42.
The Z42 is gone ski right there. I mean, like, look at that. The Harugumo is gone and he's burnt down. And
he's gone, and the Trump still survives just. But I mean, that's such a fantastic and potent kill to be getting out this early. Now, that Harugumo, he is taking a fair bit of damage from the radar, etc. this Salem is actually eaten a fair bit of damage. She's already down to about 18,000 hit points, which is not great under any circumstance. I just wonder, does this Marseille have shots from across this island? Because if he does, this Salem's in big
Look at those
trouble.
thoughts going in towards the Harugamo. I mean, like, he's gonna probably miss in the Harugamo, but you see, like, he's doing a seesaw effect. He's like going forward and backward, and he's doing a great job by doing so. And he's gonna burn that. Wow!
There goes the Salem. I mean, that's 2 fantastic early kills that VOR have just managed to pick up. And I mean, really, you couldn't have asked for better.
Very well played, I know. That's actually very
well played. That was such
a
clinical execution there. I mean,
very well
really.
Played. Yeah, very well played.
Excellent stuff there by VOR. And they've got 2 of the caps. Easy as. They've now got this opening in the middle that they can potentially exploit here. So what you can see what they're doing here is they've got the Ohio. He's moving up into the center to try and deal with this. That Colbert has been spotted out. This Z42 is trying to hammer him. I think the Ohio has been taking pot shots as well at him. They're trying to nail this Colbert as best as they possibly can. Okay?
Plus, when you have a look at BMHSF, their ships are well spread out.
True.
The ships are spread out, but like you can argue they're too spread out. I mean, look at the center. Losing those 2 ships in the center, they've got no presence anymore. The incomparable they've got is like back at H1. He's not really doing anything. The Napoli they've got, he's not really doing anything either. He's just stuck behind an island here in G3.
Yeah.
The Forest Sherman, he's not doing a huge amount either. The only thing they've got sort of aggressive here is the Yu Yang that's all the way over here on the 10 line. Everything else is well and truly below those caps, and as you can see, just looking at the way the minimap, if you just look side on it, Yor is pushed up practically into those cap circles. They've got the advantage here.
The Yang's stuck by the Des Moines radar right now, but I mean, like,
Napoli. He's pushing forward with his smoke, and he's been radared out. So this is a not great scenario for him.
No, definitely not. And he's really getting hammered right there. And Trump is engaging. It's smart gameplay by the Trump for not firing his guns.
Exactly. He knows he's low. He's just staying dark. He's just going to keep using his airstrikes.
And look at that. The Yu Yang is actually smoking up his teammate, and that's actually very good team play right there.
Exactly. And what's that airstrike as well? It's actually dragged away the Napoli's fighters. He doesn't have any more fighters. So he can't
that's a good point. Yeah.
So his fighters are gone, I think. Oh, did they just come back? Really? I thought they latched on. Oh, no, they're gone. Okay, cool.
No, they're gone.
Yeah, so they're gone now. Okay, BMHSF are making a repush here. The Incomparable is regrouped with the Napoli, the Forest Sherman. They are pushing back in. Shots go at the Marseille. Is this going to be a big salvo? It's a decent salvo, but nothing particularly huge. Colbert has managed to get himself into a very sneaky spot there on Bravo. He is taking the cap. They have all the caps now. But
VOR needs to strike back.
But they're still down 2 ships. They're in the positions I am still not in huge favor of.
Now the thing is that I just noticed that on the mini-map, I can see that VOR is regrouping at sea.
They are regrouping. They need to bring their St. Vincent in a bit more, I reckon, for VOR.
Yeah, at the moment, the St. Vincent for VOR is way out of the sticks and out of position.
Bring him up to the sea line between 6 and 7 behind that island. Yeah. Stops him from getting broadsided, and he's bow on.
Yeah, exactly.
However, this same Vinny, he is already re-pushing back in. He is starting to come down that 9-10 line, which is exactly what I expect him to do here in this kind of a situation. So now, VOR's actually got to try and look to retake some of these camps here.
The enemy is about to win.
And they do need to do it fast, because not having any of the caps is not a great scenario for them.
But the time's dwindling down. It's only 2 minutes and 40 seconds, and BMHSF will win the game.
One thing I have noticed about VOR's like overall gameplay and strategy though is they prioritize kills more over getting caps when they, if the situation allows them to, right? They will try to reduce those number of guns because, you can take one of the philosophies is like at least I've picked up from just watching their gameplay. You can always take back a cap, but you can't unsink a ship. So once the sink is gone, it's gone out of the game forever.
Yes.
If you lose a cap, it's not the worst thing in the world because you can actually take it back at some point. Even if it's a little bit more difficult, there is still the potential to take it back.
Therefore,
so what they're doing now here is they're hard focusing this Kremlin. They're really trying to get rid of the anchor that's here on sea, so they can push forward and really make a fantastic repush into this battle line that they've got formed here.
It's actually going to be interesting to see what they're going to do with VOR. I mean, like, we could very well see a tiebreaker here.
This could be. However, we've just had something step in. So we've got the Trump. I think he's just stepped into Bravo. He's retaking that cap. Bought them a little extra time. Kills need to start happening, though. Otherwise, things are not going to look great for VOR.
Well, looking at these tops going on towards the incomparable, these might be a good hits on them.
He's going to wear one, possibly... Oh no, three.
Oh, he got absolutely nuked there by those torpedoes. That's huge, okay?
That's a
losing
good
that
start.
battleship there, this Marseille can now push around the flank and try and deal with this Napoli.
Yeah.
Des Moines can now push out and deal with the Napoli. I think this Napoli is now their primary focus. Kill him, get A. Game is back in your hands.
I can see that the VOR is gonna, if the time to strike back is the time is now. VOR's got the upper hand here. But look at the Savincent coming over here to Charlie Cap. He's actually running into these Kremlins.
Saint-Vini's going full speed. Kremlin's accelerated back into this torpedo here, I think. Or is he going to dodge it? He dodges the first one, dodges the second. Yeah. Cool. Saint-Vini round the corner. He's launched his torpedo. It hits the island. Oh, that's not good for VOR.
Actually, there's some good news for there's some torps coming in to help out.
There is some torps coming in. The question is, are those torps going to be enough?
Nice hits, nice hits, nice hits, nice hits.
Nice. Excellent.
Beautiful.
VOR just managed to shut down the Kremlin just before the ramp.
But they're 50 points behind. So
take a look at the Napoli. This is close now. Des Moines coming in. You got the Yang on the flank. Marseille right there. Torps go out from the Napoli.
Wow.
Des Moines crushes two of the torps, which is fantastic stuff. He goes down now, and now all of a sudden yours just. They've taken it back. They're taking the entire game back.
Yeah,
They've just.
VOR's got the upper hand. They're going in. They're going in, guys. This is the VOR's got the upper hand, and they're
Trump gets the forest runner with the airstrike. Nails him there, and I mean, are we going to see an entire team wiped here?
I don't know. I
think that could have been VOR's battle plan. Pull back, guys. Let's regroup. And then let's now focus fire and work one ship at a time and then push.
Yep.
Well, they did an absolutely fantastic job in that. Like, what they did, they executed two ships at the start. They let they got themselves into decent positions. They forced BMHSF into some pretty terrible positions, and they capitalized. It did look a bit hairy especially when they were getting down to the last potential 2.5 minutes or so, if they didn't get any of those caps. But then they started getting those kills that they'd been working so hard to push for. They got those kills, and they just executed. It was perfect.
It was very well executed, and it's actually good to see that VOR maintained the composure, and then they just waited for the right moment to strike, and it has actually paid off. That's very
They're the veterans
played.
for a reason. They are the champs for a very, very good reason.
They have,
and this is exactly the reason why.
They have had moments in the past where they have been pushed in the corner, and they persevered, especially in the finals against SSTCN, for example, which is a very good example there. But very well played.
Huge dub to VOR there. Congratulations for what is an amazing win. So, man, that was fantastic to see. Well done. Very, very well done to VOR for that win.
Yeah, very well played. I mean, it's actually very good to see what they did in the end. Very well played overall. Just by looking at it, they only had 2 ships from BMHSF left over.
Yeah, it was 2 ships left. They could have been an entire team wiped.
Yeah,
but there you have it. There you have it.